Hi, this is Ricky-san. I am a Pi consultant. In this video, I'm going to talk about why we need different layers of network. And I want to get deeper with security now. And I'm going to share more with Pi security as well. To begin with, right, why don't we put all the stuff in one network? It will be easy to manage everything in one network, tap into it, and we got all the application working, and it's easy Windows security and all that, right? The problem with that is if you don't have different layers, one network got compromised. For example, one of the server get affected, then the whole network of the machine will get affected. I talk about ransomware, and then the whole network, like all the servers, will have ransom and then lock the whole network, which is crazy. If you separate them in different layers, usually when we go to our customer, like those bigger ones, we will have business network. Business network have things like internet browser that will connect to the internet, and then people use Outlook email, and then they use Teams to talk to each other, right? And talking about the Pi perspective, right? AF is there, Pi System Explorers, Pi Data Link, PostgreSQL are there, and then Seek, Analytic, Notifications, Custom Apps, Script, and AF SDK, Pi SDK, it doesn't matter. All the applications live in business network. There's a lot of applications. And then we can talk about the DMZ. DMZ is a demilitarizing zone, heavily guarded. If you think about that, North Korea and South Korea, they have that demilitarizing zone. Usually, in the Pi perspective, the Pi system is in there, and also the AF database and the Pi Vision database, which means SQL servers is in there. And then we have control network. Control network need to be guarded because it has SCADA system, it has DCS, it has control system there. It controls the things out in the field. Let's say there is a valve, you want to control it on and off. Let's say there's a lot of pressure coming in with the well. You can turn it on, turn the valve on so that it can flow into the plant to process the bitumen oil. If you don't have control to that valve, then that will be a disaster for your company. You have to be able to control the valve, right? Like you don't want hacker to have a hands on it, so it needs to be guarded pretty heavily. You want to protect this network, control network especially. Different layers allows you to protect your network because, as I said, if you have a business network compromise, which is the easiest to get compromised actually because it has internet access, you don't want it to get infected to the DMZ network or control network, and you want to know this as soon as possible so that you can do something about your compromised network, and then the control network and DMZ network are not affected. Let's talk about business network and the internet. I'm going to make it so simple, just one application, because this is very common. If you can make your firewall only open the port that is necessary, then you will have a very secure network and Pi system architecture. For example, in business network, if you want to browse the internet, you need to open 443 through the firewall so that they can browse information online. And then between DMZ and business network, in the Pi perspective, you can have AF on the business network, and then or Pi System Explorer, and then accessing your DMZ SQL servers through the port 1433. That is only application to applications. Try to open only one port for that. Finally, it's between DMZ and the control system. Pi system is living in the DMZ, and the SCADA, the OPC servers, and the Pi interface is in the control network. And we only need to open port 5450 to allow the data to transport to the DMZ through the firewall. If you can open only the necessary port, you got a very secure network. And also hacker will be unhappy and they might go away. Unless they really like to hack you, then they might stick around. But normally it's just like a thief. If you didn't lock your doors, then they will open your doors and get in. If you put in 100 locks, then it's very hard to get into your house. They will try something else, and they don't want to unlock 10 locks to get into your house. They will try other places that is easier. Normally, I heard story about when application doesn't work. Let's say the Pi system, I cannot start my interface, or I cannot export the text through the Excel with Pi Builder, and then like, oh, it doesn't work, and then suddenly people go crazy and they open firewall, or they create open trust, or they give everything to Pi admin. And I heard a lot of cases like that when I work with clients. That will help you get through your tasks, but you are open up like a security hole in your system, your IT network. I don't know when that day will come. If you have that security hole in there, it will catch you off guard, and then your company have to pay for it when you do that. It's better to contact an expert. It doesn't have to be me. To be honest, it can be in your local area, in your city. There should be a Pi expert. Can contact them and then give you better idea of how to make the Pi system more secure, and also not to open firewall. It's crazy, like people do that. But if you want to contact me, rickysunshop.com is your place. And then thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe as well as hitting the bell icon. I will see you next week.